Esoteric Scholar again. So today we're going to dig into some of the representation of the Tarot Major Arcana for the Hermetic Tarot deck. So we're going to dig into this and kind of isolate each one. And sorry about my voice, I am a little hoarse right now. This is after the New Year's, and you know, it's been an exciting holiday time. Let's put it that way. So let's start off with the foolish man. Now notice he is not the fool, he is the foolish man. So there is a difference in our perception drastically from the traditional decks, your Rider-Waite and etc. And then you have at the bottom the spirit of the ether, or spirit of ether. You don't normally have so much descriptive elements on some of the other tarot decks. Some of them you do, some of them you don't. But let's dig into this, because he is a very interesting character. And he is the start of a journey. He is the spirit of intuition, so to speak. Now with the Hermetic Tarot deck here, you have a lot of symbolism and a lot of in-depthness to it. So you start off with the Hebrew symbol, the Hebrew alphabet, the Aleph, and then you start off with the 0. So this is the initial card, the beginning of the Major Arcana. As you see, you have the sun, you have the air elemental, the air symbol, you have some flowers, you have a wolf. Now the wolf is different, we'll get into that in a second. And then you have the bag, and you have some waves crashing against the side here, and I'm going to put over here some comparison to some other decks so you can kind of see as we go through these how different this is. So starting with the air elemental here, the air symbol, this whole card is the intentions, the thoughts, the putting into motion ideas, and that's my interpretation on this. And then you have the sun that is breathing its rays of life and rejuvenation and joy into these prospects, into this whole entire card. It's the overwhelming overwhelming radiation of the sun's life energy into this. So initially you can go into the interpretation that this is about the creation of thoughts and creations of intentions and bringing life to new ideas. Now, the foolish man here, he's walking towards the cliff. He's got his bags packed, and he's walking towards here with this thorny flower in his hand. Why? Now, we're going back to the dog, and he has holding the dog by a chained leash, and the dog looks ferocious in a artistic sense of the word, where he is wanting to move forward. The dog is pulling him forward. And in the background you have this beautiful thorned flower that is growing as well. Now in the other tarot, these are just a puppy. He is not a big ferocious beast, he's just a puppy. And then he's chained. Normally he's not. Normally the dog is behind the dude, like, wait up, wait for me, or watch it, be careful. Whereas this, he is restraining the animal. He is restraining the creature. Now keep that in mind here for a second and think about the dog. Think about the wolf and what his symbolization is. He is a traditional protector. He is a symbol of protection. So he is reining in his protection. He's keeping it close while he starts to journey forward. And you see that with his flower here, he's not grabbing it by the thorns, he's grabbing it by the stem in between the thorns. He's taking this new idea, and he's taking the precautions needed to move that idea forward. While his past intentions, his past thoughts have grown into something that flourished to promote this movement. These are my interpretations based on some of the symbolism, so please in the comments, let me know what you think, what your thoughts are. Now the bag is packed, it's tied. Usually it's tied to the stick that he carries, over his shoulder, but this is on the ground. He has reached the edge of what he knows, and he is trying to move forward. He is trying to go cautiously with his thoughts and intuitions forward. So going back to him not being a fool, but him being foolish, because he's taking that risk, but it's an educated or a intuition risk where he is taking the precautions to try to move forward and start something new. Now, you'll see here that there's this symbol. Now, this is the symbol of Pluto. And some people say Uranus as well, but this is overwhelmingly Pluto. It's Plutotarian, if that's even a word. So you have air, you have Pluto, which don't necessarily have a direct correspondence, and the sun doesn't necessarily have a direct correspondence with the air. So this is an alchemetical formulation of an idea. And this is an overwhelming representation of what the deck is about. It's about taking these different elementals, different symbolism, and bringing together the motion and the idea of what can happen with the card. So you have the Pluto, which in Pluto, it's ruled into, or his happy place is in Scorpio. It's the underworld, it's Hades, subconscious, anything that's below the surface. Now you see the waves moving through on the edge, on the other edge of this, the subconscious waves of creation. The primordial essence, in my opinion, has been churned and is being created. It's transforming in the subconscious or below the surface. So you would even argue, in my opinion, that as he's moving forward, the creation, the waters of creation are creating this ledge ever so slightly, moving more and more and more into the direction of his desire, his intuition. You're going to see down here the crocodile. Now this is interesting because you don't have him on any of the other tarot decks for the Fool that I'm aware of. I haven't seen them all, so I'm not saying I'm end-all be-all right, but the Hermeticism comes a lot from Greek and Greco-Egyptian symbolism and mythologies from that era. So if we look into the Egyptian symbolism for the crocodile, you'll realize that it's Sobek. It's the Egyptian god. Now, he is the influence of the underworld. He helps move people through, I don't know, he's not really the mover of the underworld, but he helps influence the underworld currents. He enlivens the senses of the dead to help them through it. So you see his rightful place is in the subconscious, the primordial essence of creation, the waves of creation, the primordial waters. That is where he's reigning. And he's sitting here looking at the foolish man as the foolish man is progressing in his journey. So the foolish man may be taking this flower and the seeds of life from this flower and dumping them into the primordial waters to be fertilized and to create his ideas and let them grow. He is offering them possibly to Sobek and the energies of Pluto, the subconscious, to say, hey, these are my ideas, let them grow, let them build with me, let me move on my journey as I create this process. Now you have the protector dog, he's taken his caution with, but this is not a this is not a safe journey no matter how you start. Now, that's not an overwhelming sense of danger in everything that this card represents, but you see he's balancing the risk to reward, or he's balancing his risk options. the thorns, as he takes this seeds, this plant, these ideas, and wants to embellish them and embody them and let them grow and fertilize these thoughts, he's taking caution not to hit the thorns. And the thorns are representation of the risk that he is willing to take and the price that he's willing to pay in order to actually have his moment, his ideas come to fruition, or at least start it. So he's aware that there's going to be problems, or that could be problems, and there could be danger, but he's taking the caution and acknowledgement to move forward with this. Now let me look at my notes here to see if I missed anything. No. So that's about it on the Foolish Man that I can see. And I would like to get your interpretation. What are your thoughts? And don't forget to like us and follow us on Facebook and become a patron over at the Patreon page, where we can go more in depth with these cards. So thank you all, and I appreciate you everything that you guys do for me, and have a great, safe journeys.